My Hero Academia, chapter 426 spoilers are here. Hawks has a new important role. We get to see what happened to the Todoroki family. A certain character is getting married. This chapter really demonstrates how great of an author Horikoshi is. As always, a massive shout out to Rukasu for providing the leaks. Now, sit back, relax, and let's go through it all. The title of the chapter is The Hellish Todoroki Family. The chapter begins with the entire family reunited. Rei has serious burns on her face, Fuyumi has a few, Natsu got a haircut, and Enji is all bandaged up. Fuyumi says that Shoto didn't have to come. Rei says that none of the kids did, and Enji says that Rei didn't either. The spoilers were sent out of order, but fortunately, I was able to correct the order before editing the video. So, next, the doctor tells the Todoroki family that DABI is slowly heading to his death, and Enji tells him that he's retiring. Shoto says that he has come to fulfill his mission, and that the same goes for the rest of the family. Enji says that since before the war, he had been planning to talk to Toya, but now in the state he's in, he can't get around on his own. The hero endeavor burned to death, Toya replies. Oh really? My condolences. Giving me all your attention after everything's over is easy, you coward. Enji agrees and says that Toya understands him very well. After all, he's been watching him this whole time and wanted his father to do the same. During this conversation, we see several flashbacks of Toya. Although Deku said that DABI isn't the endeavor, Enji says that this doesn't change the fact that his son's flames come from Hellflame. He's been watching Toya's reveal video every day. So let's talk every day from now on. I know it took me too long, but I want to talk to you. In this panel, Endeavor is drawn without the bandages and DABI is drawn like young Toya, but still with the DABI scars. We hear the sound of Toya's heartbeat measurement device. You can hate me all you want, say it all to me. Fuyumi and Rei also say that they want to talk to him about many things, but the employee from the facility says they should stop for today, so as not to burden his heart too much. Shoto, can I ask him just one thing? What's your favorite food? He remains silent and everyone starts to leave, but Toya then replies, soba. Shoto says same, and Toya starts crying and calling his brother's name as he remembers their fight, and Shoto saying that their paths will cross even if by force. DABI says, Shoto, I'm sorry. After leaving the facility, Natsu says that he's not going to meet Enji anymore. He's going to marry his girlfriend, but they won't have a ceremony, and he has no intention of introducing her to his father. Enji says that he completely understands and apologizes once again. Fuyumi quit her job, but the mother of one of her students found her a new one. Natsu says that Enji has already taken responsibility and can stop now, but he says that he intends to pay and apologize for his crimes for the rest of his life. Enji says that his kids no longer need to be in contact with him, and that he will do everything he can to ensure that none of them suffer the consequences of the whole DABI scandal. That's why he survived the war. Natsu says that he's gonna face hell, but Enji replies, saying that's obvious since he accepted Toya's invitation to dance. That's the first time in my life I've thought you were cool. Natsu Shoto gets into Natsu's car to go back to school and tells Enji and Rei that he'll be fine with Class A, he's becoming who he wants to be. Endeavor's sidekicks arrive and Rei says, even if it's hell, some people are still here with us, as she shows a text from HAWKS. Honestly, the story of the Todoroki family is brilliant. At first, I expected that Shoto would quickly forgive his father and that we would move on from this story, but Horikoshi took this to another level, and I really appreciate him for that. As a person who witnessed similar drama in their household, I understand how deep the emotional damage Enji did to his kids. It's not just a matter of apologizing and expecting the rest of the family to just move on. The wounds are too deep, and the series might end without forgiving Enji. HAWKS asked how the conversation with Toya went, and says that if they have any requests, they just need to ask him. We see HAWKS talking to Nagant, and he's shocked to hear that she wants to stay in prison for a while because she's afraid of being used once again. He says he wanted her help, and Nagant says that they have to see how society will respond to what Midoriya showed everyone that day. Nagant jokes that she'll be eating food funded by people's taxes for a while longer, and HAWKS sticks his tongue out and calls her a villain. And I like what's happening here. While generally Nagant can be considered a good person, the fact is that she did a lot of bad things and she shouldn't just be free without suffering, similar to what Aoyama did, so she decides to stay in prison. But just as I say this, we get two good characters who did bad things being set free, but I don't think these two did really bad things. Next, we see Gentle and La Brava shouting each other's names as they cry, and the gorilla cop saying that their help has been officially recognized, so they're free now. Back to Hawks, and Ray answers the text saying that he must be busy as the new president of the Public Safety Commission. Hawks asks himself how things will change from now on and calls Mira on the phone. In the last panel, we see Spinner unconscious in a hospital bed and the door to his room opening. Honestly, Hawks is the perfect person to be the president of the Public Safety Commission. On the other hand, who is the person visiting Spinner? Could it be the mysterious character in the previous chapter? Horikoshi's comment in this week's Jump: if in the previous chapter it looked like Endeavor had his arm back, that's your eyes playing tricks on you. And I like the fact that Horikoshi kills our hopes and responds to the fans who thought Endeavor had his arm back. However, it was very clear during the battle that Endeavor's is not recovering from that injury. Anyway, the chapter ends here and I'll see when the official chapter is out.